obviously just happy for our guys that, they were able to fight back. We took a pretty good shot by West Virginia. That was probably the first half. Their discipline on both ends of the court, their patience, their moving the basketball. Obviously, Taz was, he was in a heat check and he made some tough shots. There were a couple times, Mike, just what do I do, coach? And he was right there with them, beside fouling them. There's nothing you could do. So we gave up too many points, but they just played harder than us in the first half. And our guys, again, we brought the energy the second half. Thought the start of the second half we were pretty good on defense, but we went a little haywire on offense. Had a couple bad possessions where guys just were trying to make plays, get us back. Then we kind of settled down and good stops, got it tied, and then just increased it. I think we only had one or two times in the first half where we had two shutouts in a row. In the second half, we had multiple times, 3, 4 in a row or more, that allowed us to get a run. Get to the free throw line. That was a big emphasis. They don't let you run your stuff. So now get to the paint and be aggressive and be strong and hope they call fouls and we get to the free throw line and we made them. Actually, our free throws shooting in the first half, Davion 4 for 4. Some other guys, I think we were 13 for 14 at halftime. That really saved us. That kept us in the game because early in the season, some of those games. We did not shoot the free throws like that, and then finish with 39 free throw attempts. Just being strong. We said be strong with the basketball. Marquise's line, for him, the efficiency is, unbelievable. His improvement, his growth, 7 for 11, 4 for 6 from 3, 3 for 4, 21 points, 3 assists, no turnovers, and 3 steals. And then Mark again, double-double. They did a good job on Nigel. They got into him. They didn't let him. They were physical with him. He didn't. Sometimes their teams are physical, and then, he gets loose and he's able to make some plays. But it was good for us to find a way without him being special because he's had an unbelievable run. I'm not sure who made Player of the Week this week. Did he not, or he probably should have? But
Jalen Wilson.
Okay, they've given it to him so many times they probably didn't think they could, but. Ish, has contributed 2 games in a row, which is it's good for him, and he's doing it with being aggressive and getting the ball to the hoop and getting free throws and early in the year he still shoots that flicker 3 when somebody's coming on him. I know the one he got fouled, but he needs to be a little more patient with that. But he's giving us a little more, being a little more aggressive, getting to the basket. Making some plays around the basket, but a good win. Now we've done 2 in a row 3 times. Can we win 3 in a row? And that's you got to have some discipline and consistency to go to Oklahoma State and have a chance to win on Saturday.
Coach, I know you just talked about Ish a little bit, but he comes in here as a stretch 4, starts in that role. Now he's been the biggest guy on the court at times. Is there any thought to maybe keeping him out there as the biggest guy more often?
Well, I think we're. We spread people out. We seem to be a little better on defense. When we have that smaller lineup, and we even went 5 guards a couple times. Now you got Selton back, and with whether it's Luke or Selton rotating, guarding that. But it's definitely a weapon, and we still got to believe in Davion, Carlton. Saturday you're playing real big guys that and then on Tuesday you got Big McCormick who can make plays. But when we need a change of pace and we need some freshness, there's no doubt we can. It's been pretty good for us. It's been a good weapon. He's just got to realize sometimes when he's got to go to the basket. He just can't keep popping when he's the biggest guy in the court.
And then Nigel's been on one heck of a run. I know he did some positive things tonight, but only finished with 13 points. What does it say about your team's depth to overcome that and still score 78 points?
Well, I thought that, I said that we were able to win without him, his, being magically special like he's been. Every shot he's taken lately, it seemed like it's going in. And, they were physical with them. They got size. They bodied them, stayed into them. But 13, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 6 rebounds. That's pretty good for a bad night. And, and so I'm happy that we were able to win without him, and we've made some strides, because there's times early we would not have won games when he wasn't getting 18, 20 or more points.
Mark Smith's 7th double-double this season, 8th of his career. Just how impressive is that?
He just has been very focused and consistent. I told you guys the other day, I think it was after Baylor, he had a good game and then blah, blah, and then he come back and, but what he's done, and it's not like magical like Nigel's been, where boom, 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 every shot, but just that consistency, how hard he plays, how focused he is. He wants to do well. 44 minutes the other night, 35 tonight. And he gives us a versatile weapon, because he can handle the ball, do some different things. Once in a while, gets the brain fart and goes in too far and gets stuck and turn it over. But, I don't know. I know he was one behind Brockington last week. I'm not sure. I know Brockington had a huge game against us, but I don't know if he had 10 rebounds. But, it's impressive what he's done. And I think more than anything, we had the program. One of the guys, he just flew in. He wanted to be here tonight, and he talked to the guys. But, when we had those sessions back in the fall, Mark kind of rose up as the leader of that, different obstacles that we went through in adversity. And I think Mark now, he's not over vocal, but he's been very consistent about leadership, helping us win, doing whatever it takes to, help us be successful. So can't be more pleased with them.
What about the ball movement the last 2 games?
I thought, they started it actually after West Virginia. And, I think I told you I was in COVID. Most of the coaches were. We just told the players to do the video review of and they did a great job. We've been emphasizing leadership, accountability. They took up accountability. Even our guys on the bench, the walk-ons, they might have had some of the better comments of the whole thing. But one of the things they all talked about then, one more pass. And that started with that West Virginia game. We got in the paint. We kicked it. Somebody's open. They're flying it. Somebody make that one more pass. And that ball movement definitely makes a difference. The cutting is better. Ball movement, and it makes us hard to guard. 78 points we had 35 at half, and our coaches were, his offense is good. I said, 35 is pretty good at halftime. We haven't stopped anybody. So that's big. If you look, too, I told Wyatt before the game, I thought bench would be important, and we get 17 off the bench. Points in the paint. Last time it was drastically different, and we win that battle also.
I mean, he's shown it all season, but I felt like it was extra kind of heart when Marquise went down with that injury and then had 2 amazing plays. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I've told you guys, and he's not perfect, but and he has some brain farts at times, but when he does it, it's not out of selfishness or disrespect. He's just trying to go make a play, and the biggest thing I've talked to him about, just you got it. You can't. Every game is different. Every play is different. You can't get something in your mind, and you got to play the game, and you got to be disciplined in the game. And even when he fouled and reached in, now he's got 4 fouls again. So be smart. You can't. We need you in the court. And but those are the little brain farts. But he's made a lot of strides from the beginning of the year.
You guys pulled up double-digit comebacks in back-to-back games now. I'm not sure the last time about what's happened, but what is it about the resolve of these guys when that doesn't seem to bother them?
And that's what I talked about, with Wyatt. Just there, it takes focus and stuff, but it really takes composure and not panicking and staying the course, doing what you can. Obviously our defense much better in the second half. You hold them to 31, and that, and also, and I talk about the play hard chart, and it goes back to Hubie Brown. If you listen to Hubie, ever go to a clinic, he talks about his chart with deflections, loose balls. Is their team ready to play? Are they active? Are they doing what they're supposed to? At halftime, they were kicking our butt, 30-20. They were on the way to 60, which would be astronomical on that chart. And in the second half, we got 20 more, and they only get 7 or 8. So now we win that battle. We win that play hard battle, and we got steals, we got deflections, got transition, and that's a world of difference when you talk about coming back from those deficits.
And Casey hasn't played back-to-back games. I think just going too fast for him with his knee right now.
The other guys are playing well, and we thought maybe if they stayed big and had 2 bigs, we didn't plan it. Again, we always talk as a staff. We thought if certain bigs, we could even play Mark at the 5. Other bigs, you could play Ish. So I thought Carlton, first time he gets it, he makes a nice move. He just didn't finish, and we're going to need all those guys, and we got to stay positive with Casey, and hope he, when he gets his chance, he's ready to go and he can help us.
Coach, you finally get Selton Miguel back after a long injury. How does it feel to have him back?
It makes a world of difference, especially his defense, how hard he plays. He even goes in the second half, makes a couple plays, gets to the hoop, didn't finish all his free throws, but again, he, trying to get his rhythm back. After Saturday, he came to our trainer Sunday. He goes, "Man, I'm hurting," and I don't know. Now we didn't do anything Sunday at all with any of them. So beside watch film and walk through, so he felt better today. Now we're actually give him really 2 days off. Tomorrow's totally off. Wednesday we're lifting weights and watching film, and then come back and then Marquise got, they landed on him too, and he probably sprained his knee or something. I don't know, and we'll see. He'll be hurting tomorrow too. So I guess if there's a good time to have a Monday night game, this would be it to give us a couple days to recover.
Coach, when you had that 2-week stretch with the four losses with the COVID, you've now come back to beat 3 of those 4 teams. What does that say about the resolve of your team?
I talked about the Chinese bamboo tree. We just keep growing, getting better. Marquise keeps growing. You just don't see it. So it's just, it is what it is. So, but he's grown, just in his knowledge of the game and his discipline, all those things. And they've persevered. That's one of the words we've talked about. And, we're not there. We got a long way to go. And we've taken some steps. Now can we get 3 in a row? Because we're at Oklahoma State, at Kansas. This is not any easy thing. We can enjoy it, take a deep breath, but if we want to get where our goal is, we really gotta see if we can fight to get one of these next 2 to give us a chance to, be in the top part of the league. Crazy thing, Wyatt said in the pregame, since the West Virginia game, I think he said we were 5-3, so now 6-3. And really, if you look at it, could have easily been 7-2 and maybe 8-1. But we aren't, so we still got to keep climbing. And again, it's not going to be easy. Nothing has been easy. Nothing's easy in this league. And every time you think you got it figured out, somebody screws it up for you. And it's kind of amazing how it's gone in the league. It's unbelievable. I talked to the announcers, and one of them, and he's been around a long time. This league's never been this good, and it's pretty amazing.
And then when you have a game with as many fouls as there was called tonight, how hard is it for you and your staff to adjust the game plan if you do that at all?
Yeah, just make sure you get to the paint. We kept telling them, Mark's out of 3. Hey, if you're wide open, you got to shoot it, make good passes. But it's a physical game. They called it on both of us, and we got to keep getting mismatches, ball movement, get in the paint, and you hope you can get to the free throw line and made them. Tonight we made them, so good focus for our guys.
No, is it going on? Yeah, go ahead.
Just checking to see, it looks like you've made more than West Virginia attempted at the free throw line, so that's got to be beneficial for you guys. And are you this good in practice at the free throw line?
Actually, early in the year we were really, really good, and then we had some struggles. Obviously, Mark did, some of the big guys did. we tracked it, you know, we every day shooting about 25 at the end. If you didn't shoot 80%, you had to stay and shoot more. And we've kind of continued that pretty much all year. And, you know, rarely, it was a couple of the big guys maybe that wouldn't get to 80%. And you can see how Davion's even looked good. I mean, it looked like he knew what he was doing. He's worked on it. So credit to all those guys. Obviously, I'd like a little more out of Davion at some point, but you know, just got to keep believing and helping and give him positive feedback. I went and gave him high fives for 4 free throws because it kept us in the game in the first half.
And you've alluded to Marquise Noel's play, but it seems like he's started to find his shooting groove a little bit.
Yeah, and it was really frustrating for him. You know, again, take good shots, follow through, you know, and just keep working at it. He puts as much time as anybody. He's in the gym all the time. So it was a game where Nigel wasn't making them, so we needed somebody to step up. Obviously, he did. He had a huge one when they went zone, and it was a bomb. Those are the ones he takes so much pride in. And he hit that big one that kind of changed the tide.
The first 25 minutes were a struggle on the offense. For West Virginia was getting a lot of offensive rebounds and second chance points, but the last 15 minutes, it seemed like you cleaned that up. What was the
Just the
thing
determination. We talked at halftime. You know, they were doing a lot of ISOs and one-on-one, and then we would watch them. The ball would go up, and their guys are coming to the hoop. You know, and it was guards. The guards and Bridges had several, but 8 out of 9 rebounds. It wasn't the big guy. Mm-hmm. It was the guards getting them. Wilson got some, and you know, just there were different guys that, you know, Wilson gets 3. You know, Bridges has 4. You know, so those were the guys that were getting them. And you know, at halftime was one of the things we talked about. You know, ball goes up, you got to look weak side. We got to go find them because they're coming. That's one of Hugs's, Frank's things. You know, that basketball family that coming inside out, coming baseline in. And that was always something that they've done well, and you know, hopefully we adjusted to it.
Was the bench a little extra fired up today? It seemed like they were ready to.
Yeah, they brought the energy, and actually, the guy from the program, Max, said, you know, you got to bring that energy earlier. The officials just said, we don't care if they cheer, but they can't yell about calls, and that's why I had to go off on them a little bit. And you know, I said, you know, they're happy we made the call or made the bucket, and he said, well, they're also not happy with me. So, you know, you just, you know, cheer, be excited, but you know, don't be official. So, you know, they tried their best. It was a hard game to officiate, very, very physical.
Anything else?
Good.
Mark Smith now tied for the league in double-doubles. Brockington and that each have 7.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.